Well, I'm just going to keep working away here. I'll keep you guys updated, but I think it's time to wrap up a video. If you're looking to help someone out, you can check out Ron Sonoda. He was a paramedic for 25 years, then PTSD ended his career. Now he's looking to help out other paramedics going through the same thing, and he needs to get set up with a vehicle for that. So if you're looking to help someone out and support a good cause, you can check out the link down in the description below.
My YouTube tones and my GoFundMe tones started going off like fireworks, and I literally had to pull over on my car the YouTube celebrity Foresty Forest giving me a shout out on his YouTube channel, promoting my GoFundMe campaign to find a reliable vehicle that I can travel throughout Canada with and take first responders on trail hiking. And I was just overwhelmed. A lot of his subscribers have donated on my GoFundMe site and left me some very poignant and surreal messages of encouragement and support. So thank you to Foresty Forest, and thank you to the Foresty Forest subscribers. You're my everyday hero. Today's story is about humility and honor intertwined. How the few who serve the many are sincerely blind to their actions of service, sacrifice, and altruism. I have paperwork here, and I'm not very comfortable talking off the top of my head. Because often I just talk out of my ass. I don't know if I should edit that out, but anyways, yeah, so a lot of things I have to, if I need to say something, I'm better writing it down, if that makes any sense. So you're gonna have to bear with me. If you don't like somebody reading to you on a YouTube channel, well then you're out of luck, because I'm gonna be doing that a lot, at least for the first little while before I can start memorizing things, and I don't want to do that. I don't have that much headspace. So I want to read to you some of the emails and texts that I have received on my GoFundMe site from the Foresty Forest community and family. Some are citizens, and a lot of them are first responders and war veterans, and I'd like to share that with you. The first story comes from a war veteran. He's an EMT and a firefighter, and his first name is Ronnie Scott. And this is his short story. Hi Ron, Foresty Forest sent me to your YouTube channel and GoFundMe campaign. As a combat veteran and firefighter EMT here in the United States, I know how much it helps to be in the woods. Another EMT and firefighter, Captain Chris, is a 23-year veteran and counting. Dear Ron, the most important info I got when I was diagnosed was that it's possible to make a full recovery and experience post-traumatic growth. Post-traumatic growth. I like that. I'm now a better man than before PTSD, wiser, more experienced, and able to help others through to the other side. Keep up the good work. Amanda writes, I believe that all first responders and military servicemen and women deserve not only more compensation for the stressful work they do, but more importantly, better mental health support. Thank you, Amanda, for that message. And Lily is a paramedic of 17 years. I can't wait to get out into the wild someday. Promised my son a backpack trip. Nature is the only place I feel truly at peace. And finally, I want to read a really important letter. Not that the other ones aren't important, but I probably have reread this letter a dozen times just to really try to absorb what this man is trying to say to me. And I did write him back. And I took the time to write back everyone who has sent me a message or a text. But Peter, who is a 14-year Canadian war veteran, really made a difference. And I want to thank everyone who has written to me. But I hope this letter resonates with you as well. And he writes, "Hey Ron, I hope this campaign gets you to where you need to be. I've been fortunate enough to live 50 plus years with very little to do with death and trauma, even after almost 14 years of Canadian military service. I know through close friends that being an EMT or a paramedic is a tough career path, and one that I honestly would never choose for myself, because I know I simply don't have what it takes. I also lived a life where no one I've been close to has taken their own life. I don't know if and how I could process that, let alone living with your own PTSD. All I know is that it's not easy. We all live in our own bubbles, and they're also very different, and that we forget sometimes how easy we may have it compared to others for whatever reasons. Sometimes all it takes is a simple ask for help. I'm glad Foresty Forest gave you a shout out. I wish you all the best and look forward to seeing your progress and your good doings. Cheers, my man, Peter." This is my letter of reply to Peter, and war veterans and first responders and everyday heroes, but specifically to Peter, and I hope he hears this. Dear Peter, the humble war veteran, I've been spending the greater part of my day reading and rereading the texts and emails from the Foresty Forest community on YouTube. I've been taking the time to write back what was given to me, not in donations from my GoFundMe campaign, but the messages like yours, and Lily's, and Amanda's, and Chris's, and Ronnie Scott's. All messages from the virtues of the human heart, of sincere empathy and compassion, of courage and strength, and their truthful stories of tragedy and triumphs, storied words that will help guide my soul while I'm on the road or on the trail. I've always been amazed of the dignified humility of those who serve our country, especially the war veterans, the few who serve the many, not seeing themselves in a position that at any given time one must act and serve heroically, and if necessary, give up their existence for their country and to the peoples of that country who will never know or hear of their name or their life story. To me, heroes exist as heroic strangers and shadows on the news feeds and on social media sites for their 15 minutes of history. To the everyday hero, to the first responder, to the war veteran, and especially to Peter, who has served in the Canadian military for almost 14 years. I ask you one question, Peter. If not you, then who will stand and serve? You answered the calling for almost 14 years, and I am moved and humbled and grateful by your story and message to me. I remember and honor the life of my paramedic partner, who died by suicide on January 31st, 2016. My partner was an outdoorsman, and he's the reason I hike. I hike for heroes who have been hurt, who are fighting to heal, and who give back to others by helping forward. I want to share their stories, your stories, and Peter's stories that are very real and humble and resonating. Peter, you must see that your words also speak for my fallen brother, paramedic Martin Wood, and all the fallen brothers and sisters. But most importantly, Peter, your words are for me. And it gives me strength and great purpose to carry on. So on behalf of those lives I carry in my heart and honor, thank you. I have learned over time not to apologize for emotion, because for the longest time, I told my therapist this: I feel nothing. I'm a brick wall. I'm made of stone. And unfortunately, that brick wall and all those stones tumbled down and almost crushed me to death. So I've learned to embrace my emotions and honor them for what they really are. And it's called life. It's called being human. And for a lot of war veterans and first responders and everyday heroes, it's almost impossible, but most importantly, impractical to be emotional. And that will really fuck you up. I apologize for swearing, but that's the truth. And I know that's true because I have lost some very close people in my life because they were not allowed, or they believed they weren't allowed to embrace their emotions and their own humanity. And maybe that's what this channel's all about. It's about stories, but it's just about being human and being the ugliest and the most beautiful, the worst and the best, the smartest and the stupidest, the most fearful and most heroic human being you could be. But most importantly, maybe this channel's about just being human, and just being human is a great story to tell. So I hope you enjoyed today's story and that it brought you goodness into your life. I want to thank Foresty Forest and his army and family and community who has supported my GoFundMe campaign and sent me some wonderful messages. And I want to thank the war veterans and first responders and the everyday hero who has decided to join me on this channel as a Ronin OnTrail. And I just wrote something down that I'd like to share with you. I hope this makes sense to you because it resonates with me. And if I remember, I'll put words or the verbiage on screen. And if I forget, just people that comment on the bottom to say, hey, you forgot again, you dummy. Anyhow, this is what I wrote. There is strength in solitude that is connected within the fibers of humanity, and it's called community. So I hope you find your solitude and your humanity and your community. And until we meet again and I share another story with you, be safe and strong and be a Ronin OnTrail. So I don't know if you can see this, but I'm going to show you the box, the big secret box, and hopefully my hand is not too shaky. So this is the big secret, and you'll see the big reveal coming up on my next YouTube vlog, Ronin OnTrail, entitled "What's in the Box?" And I hope you will join me. Oh, and the one thing I do want to mention was my goal for the end of February was to hopefully be near 100 subscribers. I'm already at 90, I believe. So thank you to Foresty Forest and his family, his community of subscribers who have sent me a lot of nice messages and have decided to trust me with this channel and are waiting for me to produce some videos. So yeah, I'm gonna hit hopefully 100 subscribers sometime in early February and meet or exceed my goal of 100 subscribers by the end of February. So thank you very much to the people who have entrusted me to share stories and introduce people who are everyday heroes.